What's going on? This your boy King Gabe here with the Kingdom Tigatron toy review. And you're probably thinking like, oh, well, since because I know a lot of y'all that's been watching the channel and keeping up with it have probably seen the short where he popped up Megatron and his three stooge Predacons, as people call them, Slapper, Gaskunk, and Starscream. They were all hoping to make him a Predacon. And apparently he was already out of his box, and yeah, gave them a run for their money. So you probably wonder, well, why would you have the box? It's not like you're finna do an unboxing of any kind or anything. But, well, I still had the box around. You can tell it's been open, obviously, to get him out of there. But, yeah, I had the box still around and just felt like, well, yeah, still show it off, for the review and everything. So, this is the packaging, as they say. Kingdom Wolf of Cybertron, the Tigatron. That's that is not a bad picture. It's actually a more real. It's kind of makes you think of a realistic tiger and everything. There, real fierce and everything. And Tigatron was sort of that peaceful character in the Beast Wars show. Not completely sure what War for Cybertron was like, because they showed a little bit of the different Maximals, but because it was only like 6 episodes in the chapter. But in Beast Wars, yeah, we all knew Tigatron was like this real peaceful character when he first came about, all in tune with nature and stuff. And let's raise the camera up a little bit. See a picture of him in robot mode there. Not bad. Not bad at all. And then I like how they, even in the picture, and this is actually show accurate too, for the Kingdom episode. Now, of course, in the Beast Wars show, he didn't have this going on here with the feeties there. But yeah, but this is actually it's not too bad. I mean, it does kind of give you an idea of where, Beast Mode Kibble is going and everything. Yep, and of course, Beast Mode, Robot Mode, 23 steps, yada yada, more stuff, and writing, stuff, empty box, he wasn't in there, so he's out here, so, okay, anyway, let's zoom on in, let's, take a look at Tigatron. So, yeah, like I say, in the short and everything, yeah, they were trying to reprogram him into a Predacon, but that didn't work out so well. That actually is a reference to Beast Wars. Any Beast Wars fans watching, obviously, would know the episode Fallen Comrade in Season 1 when Tigatron first arrived. Everything seemed like the Maximals weren't going to get to his pod in time, and the Predacons had pretty much disabled their way of getting there across the bridge, and Optimus had been damaged. But fortunately, he did get repaired. Dinobot, he did get repaired though. But Dinobot talked to his core conscience and don't tell me more bad news. The Predacons are already in pursuit of the Protoform. Is there any way we can reach it? Perhaps laser pulse? Perhaps there might be. And transmitting instructions now. And next thing you know, Predacons open up the pod, just like in the short with the box, and it's like, what? Where is the Protoform? Right here. The Tigatron, maximize, roll, and yeah, and also the him firing this little weapon that's right here, him firing this laser at Megatron in the show. He does have this in the show, but in the actual episode, he had like a little sort of like what Optimus has in robot mode, those little arm cannons thing. He had one of those too, and that's what he fired at Megatron as him and the Predacons were running away there. So yeah, that's the only difference between my skit and the actual show there, just to point that out there. So yeah, so now we got Tigatron. Yeah, so Yeah. Really good figure and everything. Like I say, this is the Kingdom line, but yeah, pretty much, yeah, Beast Wars, yeah. Uh, Legs got a really good range of movement, the Beast Mode legs there. Basically because, you know, you have, that way you can easily position them when he goes into his robot mode. So, yeah, yeah, bendable and everything. So, yeah, yeah, his legs have to be, that way there. Although it is kind of questionable about the front bend, but okay, I mean, he's a toy, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that probably would be a little concerning in real life there for a real person or even a real animal. You got really good paw movement there. Head is pretty much stuck there, but you can open his mouth. You can open the mouth there. So, yeah, head's pretty much stuck there. Only move for the transformation. Back legs give you a really good back kick. He does have some knee joint in the beast mode legs, and also does serve a purpose in the transformation there. As you can see, yep. Look at way you see, like he's got different colorings on the fur that's even shown in the sorry about that. That's even shown in the picture. Yeah, it's got different shades here. I think that's supposed to indicate in Kingdom that yeah, these Maximals, their wars with the Predacons, they've seen some stuff, you know. It's a little bit apparently Kingdom's Beast Wars is not quite it's a little more brutal than the actual Beast Wars show. Don't get me wrong, Beast Wars did have a lot of stakes as it went later into the seasons and stuff, with the whole trying to wipe them out and everything through the time stream, but yeah, Kingdom kind of in a short amount of time tried to make them a little more, even more so brutal toward one another there. So yep. So that's pretty much it there, and of course I also I already showed the weapon, the Gut Blaster. Yep. So I know Cheetor has the same thing. And if any of you are wondering if I'm going to get Kingdom Cheetor or anything like that, the answer is probably not, because this is the I've actually have had Kingdom Cheetor and reviewed them on another channel. Him and the Rise of the Beast Cheetor. But with doing these toy reviews as of now, I kind of like just having one of each character, and that's like the Megatron. I had the Dragon once, but then I went and got the T-Rex, so now hopefully upon making this video I've been sold the Dragon Megatron and just have, you know, the T-Rex Megatron because I like the T-Rex better. The Dragon is a good figure, don't get me wrong. It's in perfect shape and everything. Had real good transformation, a lot better than the 90s Dragon, but I just like that T-Rex more. But it was, but I mean, I did, well, but since I had it though earlier, hopefully it's sold by the time I'm making this video. Yeah, or by the time you're seeing this video. But I just only wanted one Megatron. Basically, in his case, was because the Dragon mode was taking up too much space in where I'm keeping all these Transformers as of now. So yeah, that was the T-Rex was a little bit more, a little bit easier on storage there. So that's yeah, so that's kind of wild on that one. And overall, I'm kind of, this, I know it might sound a little weird that way to some collectors, but I just like to have one of each there, even if they are from different toy lines there. So, yeah. But all in all, let's max, as he said in one episode, remember, let your beast modes help your robot modes work together in harmony and peace. But for now, let us maximize and slag some bots. So, let's maximize. We're gonna raise them up, and of course, the tail does come off. Now you could, they could raise this flap up, before doing that and keep the tail on. I'm going to show you why I do that in a minute. Now actually you are supposed to take the tail off because it does become a weapon. I will show that too, but before I show that, I'm going to show the advantage of keeping the tail on after the transformation. So yeah, you'd be able to do both ways, you know, with or without the tail in the robot mode. So now take out the robot mode feeties, and yeah, kind of reach in there. Another way you can do it, wedge. Now, I know I clipped my nails recently, but I can still wedge them in there to get that. It's not too hard there. There we go. Get that out, and like so. Yep, still, and then you can also turn the tail up like that. That's another helpful thing if you want to keep it on during transformation. It's up to you. Right, put that into place just like in the picture. Now he's standing up. Stand up, stand up. And that's an advantage of for the, when I complete the robot mode, the tail actually can hold him up. Now he actually stands up. He actually is not too hard to stand up on a flat surface. But if you got him on something like what I had him on in the short, because I was, you know, a lot of the figure they were on that was my bed. That was my wife and I's bed that they were on. You know, beds have a soft surface with the bedspread and everything. So the tail, he had the tail behind him in the video to keep him standing up there. So he wouldn't fall over in any of the shots. So, okay, I'll split the tummy open. Ow! Ooh, kind of bit my finger a little bit. Split it open there, revealing that. Okay, stand them up a little bit there, and now let's get everything straightened up. Gonna get the arms out of the way. Robot mode arms here. I do that, and that, get that, that way. Now, so you can get these little bottom flaps into place. It's going to be a little difficult, kind of have to hold on to his arms as you're doing that, because they will move with the flaps. Yeah, there we go. Back into place here. Then, straighten out the arms, kind of get them into standing position here, if there's such a thing as that. So, now to bring his head down, and oh yeah, gotta get the robot mode head first. So yeah, take that down, get the robot mode head out. That's a really good storage for the robot mode head, by the way. Really like that. Let's see, I think you kind of have it positioned a certain way. I think that's right. Okay, now kind of push it into place there. Get everything situated there. Now for the back, you're going. This is kind of going to hang in the back, just like in the Beast Wars show. Both him and Cheetor had this thing going with their Beast Mode legs, the front legs anyway. So yeah, just kind of do like that. Form like a little X. And there you go. Kind of, I mean, you can, and if you want, you know, you want to be a little creative and do something different, you can just, because I mean, these legs are really, like I showed in Beast Mode, they have really good pulsability. So if you want to do something different than the X, you can definitely just hang off like that. You can do that. You can do this. Yeah, do like a star shape there, or you can do some bending. You can just do all kinds of things with these legs. But you know, for the video, I'm just going to do the traditional way. But yeah, but just letting you know, you get your own figure, everything. Yeah, go crazy. Go do. In a good way. Yeah, crazy in a good way. Not in a bad way. There is a good crazy and a bad crazy. So So that's Tigatron in his robot mode. And as you see, yes, like I say, he does stand up really well, even without the tail. But yeah, if he's standing on a soft surface, yeah, this tail can be very useful. I'll show you exactly how. Just kind of, yeah, the tail can be useful. Yeah, I guess depending on his leg position, yeah, like that. Yeah, so it actually does kind of balance him pretty well there. But like I say, if he's just on a regular surface, yeah, you don't really need that there. But I mean, if you want to keep his tail on in robot mode, I mean, it will fit up in there. Looks kind of weird, but I mean, it does fit. Now, as for the weapon usage, let's see, put that to the side. First, its articulation. Can move like so. Good elbow joint. You can really punch ya. Punch, 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 punch. Makes you think of the Red Battlezord from Power Rangers Zeo. Yep, and head can turn all the way around. All the way around. Just like Woody in Toy Story. We toys can see everything. So play nice. Boy, that Sid's gonna need some therapy when he grows up. Yeah. Good here. Same there. Does have good torso movement. A little bit. It does have a. Let's see. Wait. Yeah, it kind of has a little bit. I guess something up there is keeping it from going all the way around, but still, that's still not bad. Still not bad. Leg articulation, move, even with the feet, just like in the beast mode there. It's really good. Arms can turn around too. Yep. And now as for the weaponage like snackage, you can put them in either hand. Let's see, according to this, let's see, I think he had, I guess if you were to turn this around, it would be his left hand. So yeah, left hand there, and just like a little tail whip there, literally. Tigatron, use tail whip. Megatron's defense was lowered. So yeah, kinda with that, this little gut blaster. And he's armed and ready to go. That's one minor nitpick I had with when I did have Kingdom Cheetor. I don't understand why they didn't include a gut blaster for him, because both him and Tigatron had that weapon in the Beast Wars show. And I believe that he used it in Kingdom when the first and only time I looked at it there. Who knows? I might rewatch it again, but I know I did watch it. It was really good little show. Like I say, I just wish small nitpick. I wish I know it was like a mini series, sort of like a lot of the Marvel shows, like WandaVision, stuff like that. But maybe I think just because they had 2 chapters for the Autobots and Decepticons, maybe they could have had like 2 chapters for the Maximals and Predacons, and or better yet, why not 5 chapters? And hear me out. You could have like 1 chapter, maybe just like how you had 2 chapters where it was just Autobots and Decepticons doing their thing in this war. Why not have 2 chapters where you just have the Maximals and Predacons doing their thing before the Autobots and Decepticons even get there? Or if that's too much, maybe 1, and then you have the chapter where the Autobots and Decepticons land. Or you could start off with the Autobots and Decepticons meeting the Maximals and Predacons, and you get maybe some flashbacks or something. But I would say start off with the Maximals and Predacons there. I don't know, but I just feel like they could have had some more episodes to explain some things. because there was a lot that could have been explained story-wise with the Maximals and Predacons that we did not get. Like they sort of, or maybe even with what we did get with them interacting with the Autobots and Decepticons, maybe with more episodes they could have brought in more characters, mostly for the Predacons. Because the Maximals, they had a full team there. Optimus, Rhinox, Cheetor, Rat Trap. They had Tigatron and Air Razor. But, and they had Dinobot starting off with the Predacons. And, in episode 1 of Beast Wars, Dinobot was like, screw you, Megatron, I'm going over to the Maximals because you're an idiot. So, yeah, why not, since maybe with more episodes, you could maybe, because, you gotta do different things when you make other versions of something. You don't want to copy and paste the previous version because it's a different universe and everything. Very understandable. But maybe flesh out how this universe is, why. We kind of get a reason why Dinobot went over to the Maximals somewhat, but yeah, it didn't really give much into that, and then just immediately went to Dinobot's death. That was way over in season 2 of Beast Wars. Kind of flesh out a little bit. Maybe give us some time of Dinobot being with the Maximals. I'm just saying, just some more, and then bring in more Predacons than just Black Arachnia and Megatron. they talk about how the Maximals have slaughtered a lot of their Predacons, but I don't know. It just like we still. I would have loved to see some of the other Predacon to kind of interact with the Decepticons like Pterosaur and Waspinator, or even Scorponok. They had him in there, but he was like a drone, whatever. And what about, and also those, whatchamacallit, they called them fossilizers. I don't think they were even in the show, but they have toys of them, the bone dinosaur transformers. That would have added some lore to this universe there. I'm just saying. There's a lot of things could be done. Like I say, again, not saying it to hate on the show. Like I say, we got too much hate as it is on stuff. Trust me, you pop up, you go into some Facebook groups. Not saying everybody's doing it, but a lot of people just have too much hate on things there. And I get, it's one thing to have constructive criticism, but come on now. There's a difference between that and just outright being a hater. And in my case, it's more just, hey, how about do this and make it better? That in order to, really be invested with this. Yeah, that's my thing. I like, more passion than hate there. So, yeah. But yeah, all in all, yeah, but what we got, I would still recommend you guys check that out. War for Cybertron. It is a good mini series. Like I said, I just wish there was, more to flesh out the third chapter. Maybe add another chapter or two, but hey, it was still, but yeah, they still did a really good job. Yeah, like I said, I know that was a bit of a ramble with that. Sorry about that, but it just had a lot to say, So anyway, maybe, who knows? Like I say, I might rewatch the series. Maybe share with you guys some stuff about it, some more stuff about it from a rewatch or something. Who knows? But like I said, I do have to work on my books and stuff like that. So that, so yeah, it's a maybe. Just all depends on how I feel. Anyway, like what you saw in here and everything, and also my ramble about War for Cybertron during this toy review. Definitely give a like, share, and subscribe. And also, like I just mentioned, get our available books leading up to what I'm working on. And also, definitely support us on that Patreon. Just like the Iceman universe, who is reacting to stuff like One Piece, Naruto, Hey Arnold, and Nettie, and some movies. I'll support him as well too, especially for being our Patreon. Show him some love there, and also definitely support our Miracle crew. The Miracle our Miracle Crew, EJ the Supreme. I usually say him for last. Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, and EJ the Supreme. Yeah, a lot of new stuff is gonna be coming out, especially involving both not only just me and EJ, but also the whole of us as the Miracle Crew in the next couple of months and everything as I'm recording this. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. And also, hang out with us in the live streams, Discord, and Facebook. And also, let's tell each other some stuff on that McCary app. And we will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care, everybody. And also, we got Cash App.